This is the biggest karting track in Asia, and the more laps I do, I get to drive a faster kart. A massive thanks to Rodney, Shakira, and the rest of the LYL team who made this experience possible. First up, we're going to drive their unique, one-of-one, 4-stroke rental kart, and don't let the looks deceive you. Yes, it's a typical Saudi kart chassis, however, the engine has been heavily modified. It's basically a 390cc engine on steroids. And this made for the perfect introduction kart, as I'd never driven the track before. These sessions were the early morning ones, so I was one of the first drivers out on track. And the night before, it had rained heavily, so you'll see in some of the rumble strips there's still standing water, and overall dampness on the outside of the track. But my first impressions of the track is that it was very smooth and very wide. There's a good combination of technical corners in Sector 1 and Sector 2, and then you've got those long straights where you can build up speed and then obviously practice your hard late braking, which is going to be important in the coming sessions when I drive the faster 2-stroke karts. When I'm learning a new track, ideally I'd like to follow one of the faster regular drivers there. However, in this case, it was simply about building up my speed across the 15-minute session, and towards the end, I was able to get to grips generally with the layout. Now the good news was, I had a teammate throughout the day, Samid from Link & Co, and you'll know him from my first ever T4 karting race, which I did at Pinnacle Karting a few days later. Check out the video if you haven't already. Since it was the first time at this track for both of us, it was great to debrief and exchange thoughts in between the sessions about our respective kart performance and different lines that we were trying in the different corners. After I finished the rental kart session, I immediately jumped into something a little bit faster, and that was the T4. Tillotson T4 Championship is gathering pace and popularity around the world. It's an affordable, competitive series, and they have a world finals every year. Now I mentioned I did my first ever race in T4 a few days later, but technically this was the first ever time I'd driven a T4, and I was pleasantly surprised about the performance. The kart picks up speed and acceleration quite well. You then hit decent top speeds by the end of the straights. But the real change I had to make in my driving was trying to achieve smoothness, because it's so easy to slide the kart. Unlike the Saudi rental kart I was driving the session before, this kart requires extreme delicacy and precision when cornering. I was definitely overdriving way too much at the beginning of the session, getting huge snaps of oversteer, losing the rear of the kart. But that's when you gotta identify and then tone down the aggression. In these karts, the smoothest driver is the fastest driver. This was a perfect warm-up to owner karting, but it was only gonna get better, as up next are the 2-strokes. Last 2 sessions of the day, best 2 sessions of the day. First up is the Ayami Senior in a Tony Kart chassis, and I was just so excited to hit the track and see how these karts will perform on such an incredible layout. And immediately within the first 2 laps, the adrenaline kicks in. You feel the speed, the acceleration difference on the 2-stroke, added with that incredible noise of the engine. And then I felt, I can go faster, let me push. And then this happened. Ouch. That was a major skill issue on my behalf, but hey, if you don't spin, you're not pushing hard enough, right? Anyway, you can see that initial snap of oversteer leads me astray. I dip 2 wheels onto that rumble strip which has standing water, and then I'm just a passenger as the kart rotates, and thankfully the impact wasn't as bad as it could have been. Ahead of my final session, we did a much needed debrief with Shakira as she analysed my lines and braking points and gave me some advice to try in the final session where I drove the Rotax Senior, also in a Tony Kart chassis. And this was a really fun end to a morning of driving, as Samid in front of me is in the Ayami and I'm chasing him down in the Rotax. Now in my opinion, the biggest difference between driving a 4-stroke kart and a 2-stroke kart on this track can be felt in Sector 3, where you've got the triple left-hand sequence, you're attacking it in the 2-stroke kart, you feel the G-forces, you push too much, you slide too much, you go off the line, you get it just right, it's very satisfying, the feeling, and that immediately transitions into the uphill bridge section as you accelerate, carrying the speed, almost jumping over the crest, and then immediately downhill, hard braking for the left-hander. All I can say is what an incredible track and what an incredible experience. And this was only the beginning of the day. In the evening, I went on to host a workshop with more than 25 of my students and taught them my Go Kart training program across 2 hours. If you'd like to see that video, let me know in the comment section down below. But until the next video guys, I'll see you next time.